All right, Jake. Obviously, over social media, we heard that you wanted to request this time for some of the things that was going on. Matter what happened at the end of Winner Take All. Why did you request this time?
I guess to kind of clear up a little bit of maybe the confusion about what everybody saw at Genesis, and I guess everything that's happened since Winner Take All. Maybe to address some of the flaws people have had with me and my character, and maybe to address the elephant in the room, which I'm prepared to do. This is no limits here.
Okay, well, the first question I have to ask, and people's gonna wonder this too, why were you hiding the fact that you guys found CJ the month prior before Genesis was released?
The industry are dangerous people. They've already targeted people's lives and people's homes from just trying to take over a wrestling program. You got to keep in mind that they were behind the initial CJ and Mafia takeover. That was a front. They were behind that too. So they've effectively taken over the show in the past. So quite frankly, if they were to find out that we did find him and that he was in the hospital, they would have pulled their strings and done their deeds, and it would have hurt him even more. So what was I supposed to do? Just let him sit there? No. And I'm sorry that I lied. I'm sorry that I kept that from the people, but the people have to understand why I did what I did. It was not to hurt the people, it was to protect CJ. And that's all.
So, all the fans are wondering, what's his health status?
The doctor has given an official list of injuries. The most prominent being, I guess everyone by this point knows that he had a bit of a bad leg on him from wrestling. That leg in particular was messed up when me and Jared found him. He of course was malnourished. He had not eaten well for a long time. He had bruises and scrapes all over his body in places that maybe they shouldn't have been there. But they did not look natural. And just overall, he was just in a state of complete, I'd say, just delusion and unconscia until like maybe a few weeks ago. He just woke up. So that's
when you and Jared found him. When you guys picked him up and you carried him off into the car to go to the hospital, did he maybe say anything? Was his breathing different?
It was quite harsh. Of course, like you have to keep in mind that he had been, from what we can only speculate what was being done there, but we know that the industry does have a facility. That much is known. Jared knows about the maybe not the location, but he knows of the place, that they had a lot of storage areas there. We think he was kept in one of those storage rooms, and he was again beaten badly. So he did, like, his breaths were very hoarse and very rough. He maybe tried to say something, but it just couldn't.
Did it sound like he didn't maybe eat something or have any water or anything?
He was just he was dehydrated. Like, he was completely dehydrated. He could barely make out any words. We couldn't really make out any words themselves. So both parties were kind of at a bad point. So he tried to speak, but he really just couldn't. He had no energy left.
So I think the biggest question is that everybody really wants to know at home. Obviously, the Jamboree is coming soon. We all know this, right? There's a lot of people that speculates that CJ will come back in the Jamboree, given the health conditions that has happened to him. In your personal opinion, do you think CJ will come back at the Tennessee Jamboree?
Of course, I'm not a doctor, but from what I have seen, from the condition I've seen this man in, of course, in life you can never say never, but in this case, it's just, I just don't think so, because just...
If you had to give it a probability, like a percentage.
And it's probably a 90% not, and 10% maybe. And even that maybe is very weak, because he was barely even walking on that bad leg. I couldn't see how he could wrestle with it. Like, he has to be 100% to perform the way that he does.
Maybe he does therapy for his knee before he gets in the ring or something? Maybe. I don't know how, you know, we all don't know how close you guys were behind closed doors, but we know how you guys were on camera.
We didn't like each other.
Did you guys ever maybe speak to each other? Maybe, you know, anything like at all?
We never really exchanged words besides what everybody saw. We, of course, everyone knows about our history. After that whole ordeal happened, we did share a locker room from about May until he disappeared. And he wasn't vocal to me then. He was really vocal to many people besides his own, I guess, core little group there. But there was an air of, you know, you go to war with somebody, you come out on the other side of it.
Well, that's really all the questions I have for you. Is there anything you want to leave the fans off with? Anything else you want to add?
You know, I am sorry for lying. Just sorry for carrying on that lie for a long time. He's okay. May not be mentally okay, but none of us are right now. This industry thing is just torn all of us apart. I'm going to declare my entrance for the Tennessee Jamboree right here, right now. If I can do it once, I can do it again.
Well, Jake, on that note, good luck to you in the Jamboree.
Thank you.
From all of us who are still supporting UWA despite the takeover, and we wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.